Welcome to the MBM Vault. We already got to a great start. Welcome to the Media Vault and the Media Hub at riotradio.ca. I'm your host, Jacob Postorero.
And Sophie Young. And this show is all about music, local acts, industry news, and most importantly, fun.
And today, we have a special guest. I gotta flip it. Hailing from the city of Oshawa, a progressive metal band founded in 2016. Please welcome Mark Wiley and Liam. I like that, the spelling of that. Liam Morrison from the band Maitreya or Maitreya.
How do you pronounce that?
Maitreya.
Okay. I like that. That's nice.
Cool.
That's got a good ring to it. Maitreya. All right. So, yeah. So just give us a bit of a rundown of what you guys do, what you guys make and everything. Just, pop off.
Cool. Yeah. So I play guitar in Maitreya.
And I play bass.
Yeah. We've been around making music in the Oshawa scene, like I said, since like 2016. I think we started earlier than that. Liam and I met in high school. We had a class in music together, or we were in different grades, but there was a great music community in our high school.
Yeah,
so
and our class was at the same time, so it was cool to be able to play with some of the older kids.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I think the first thing we actually played together, you had remarked, was a Miles Davis tune.
Yeah, So What?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing that for your test, and he grabbed me and my friend Curtis, who was the drummer in the class. And we played that.
I need a sick bass line.
Oh, yeah.
Just before we get started, we have the Breakthrough event coming up. On behalf of one of the Year 2 students, Ying, she's not here right now, but the first event is on October 28th at 6:30 at 2200 North Bar. It's very close to here. And it's it'll be a great time. There's games, live music, prizes. Bring a pen, you need to, for the games. And if you have any questions, you can DM Breakthrough Events on Instagram.
And if you do not show up, you will be shunned. Know that.
Pick your poison.
DM at Breakthrough Events on Instagram if you want any further information. All right. So, we're going to do a bit of an icebreaker. What are your guys' favorite, bands? Like any band that you can think of right now that you listen to, as a kid or,
My favorite band is Textures.
Textures?
Yeah.
What's that?
They're a progressive metal band from Belgium. And they just do everything I like. They have the intensity, but then they can get down into some really tender and ethereal kind of moments too.
Dude, I might have to check that out. That'd be sick.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to a band called Mammal Hands.
Mammal Hands.
Ooh.
They're like a contemporary jazz band from England, London,
Cool.
UK maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I was really into jazz as a kid. Jazz is a good genre. You know John Coltrane?
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to say, I have a few of his records. I love John Coltrane. Yeah. Jazz,
Cool.
dude. I love it. All right. Oh, man.
So,
We got a lot to cover
we got
here.
a lot to cover today. So we asked you, Mark, what are the 5 words you would use to describe the sound of the band?
Yeah, so if I had to give 5 words to describe the band, I think we're pretty cerebral.
Cerebral.
Yes, I think there's a lot of rhythmic math, harmonic types of things that are quite nerdy in origins.
I did pick up a lot of textural sounds when I listened to you guys. I really liked it, honestly. I like the you guys had a lot of sounds that were going left and right and stuff.
Yeah,
and I was
good-
really
good
enjoying
layering.
that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like our textures.
Yeah.
It's like playing with slime,
Yeah, so I love, I think we're coming at it from, at least I'm coming at it from a jazz perspective. So I'm putting in these harmonic layers, and since there's only 4 of us, we can't realize all of the possible harmonic possibilities between really the 2 of us are kind of holding down what's possible harmonically. So you're going to hear a lot of synths and keys that are supporting in that,
Oh, yeah.
cerebral
Yeah.
Cerebral.
Adding to the density.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it, though, honestly. I did like a few guys' music. I think I have 2 of them in my liked songs right now. Probably the 2 off the new album you guys are. We'll get into that, all right?
Nice.
We'll get into that. All right. So, the name. Maitreya?
Maitreya.
Maitreya.
It's
Maitreya.
kind of open for
Yeah.
Say it. We're okay with it, however you want to pronounce
it's
it.
a translation into English.
Oh, cool.
So, there's always phonetic changes when something gets translated.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, what language?
Sanskrit.
Oh.
Sanskrit. Where's that out of?
Tibet,
India,
think.
ancient India.
Really?
It would have been. I think it's actually the base of all languages. I think Sanskrit's like the
Really?
original.
Yeah.
Really?
Like
One of the original languages from like Indo-European, that whole group of languages.
That's cool.
That is cool. I
How-
like that.
How did you discover it? Did you just come up with it, or?
yeah, like when we were starting the band, we all kind of shared this love for science fiction, sort of like superhero Marvel type comics. We shared interest in philosophy, spirituality.
Oh, yeah.
So
In particular, like Eastern philosophy and spiritualities and stuff.
So at the time, we were all kind of consuming Buddhism and Taoism and Hinduism, and I think Maitreya would be a term found in Buddhism, but I think the concept is kind of shared along lots of different world religions of almost like a prophecy or a prophet-like figure. So we had this idea of like it'd be cool to have like a superhero, like future prophet type character, which we could like spin all of our concepts into in this sort of like sci-fi mystical
Yeah.
kind of lore we're weaving.
Ooh.
sort of taking the band into one entity kind of thing. And yeah, we went through a bunch of different names. Obviously, you're bouncing them around for the first little while, and that one just sort of stuck. Like you said, it flows off the tongue pretty nicely.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maitreya.
it's pretty cool.
I'm getting it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Dude, Maitreya. I haven't heard that pronunciation yet. I've asked a lot of people, and they always say like Maitreya or Maitreya, but Maitreya. Now that I think about it, yeah, that sounds right.
It's fire.
Yeah,
It is.
it's the way that it's stuck in my mind.
Yeah, that's fair. It is nice though. All right.
Oh, yeah. So obviously, only 2 of you are here today. You have 4 band members total. Can you tell us about how you manage, the creative aspect of your band between 4 people?
Yeah, I think it's when you're working with 4 artistic type people, the last thing you want is some force hindering everyone's room for self-expression.
Yeah.
So the way we have kind of arrived at it is all come to the table with like a skeleton of a song. So I'll demo something out that has like the essence of the song laid out, and then our vocalist Matt has free range really over the vocal melodies and the lyrics. That's kind of like his domain. We do collaborate on the lyrical front as far as like concepts, and we give like poetic stanzas. And then you can maybe cover how you interpret your collaborative element inside that box.
So Mark makes like he said, the skeleton of the song, and it's sort of got the relative information for what he needs from me, and the same goes for Brandon, our drummer. Sort of has the information about what he needs from us, and then we get to sort of, flex our own ability within those parameters, and that's
Okay.
pretty nice because. Someone coming to you with a finished composition gives you actually more freedom, right? Because I know what's needed from me, so I can like express myself within that, instead of just sort of grasping at straws and like having to add things, take things out, all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. All right. So,
One more question.
yeah. Hit 'em.
Yeah. Name some of the bands and artists that give you inspiration for this album. And
It's a dawning question.
I know you have the EP that just came out. And also just behind the sound of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dawning question for every artist ever. What's
Dun,
your
dun,
inspiration?
No, I like that question. I think we wear some of our influences on our sleeve. Like I think if you're aware of the bands, The Contortionist, and Between the Bear and Me,
Literally wearing it on myself.
Nice.
we definitely don't shy away from like expressing our love for that music. But then I think if you kind of go deeper into it, I think each of us kind of brings in our own like unique tastes.
Mm-hmm.
So like we talked about, like I'm really digesting a lot of like modern jazz. So guys like Kurt Rosenwinkel, Portico, Quartet. I can kind of go on and on of all these sort of obscure jazz bands you've never heard. But I'm coming to the table with this influence of what's happening in like a jazz scene.
Yeah, and I'm a metalhead, like
Yeah.
deeply. I listen to jazz and stuff a lot too, but my main love is metal, and like I'll listen to stuff that's a lot more obscure than a lot of the other guys in the band, a little bit darker, a little bit more intense. And so we get to like balance each other out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Our vocalist is very into dance music and funk and stuff like that.
Really?
And so he's able to bring a little bit of that element in. But definitely like, and Brandon also is he studied jazz at school as well, like at Humber. So he's coming from that same angle too. And we all get to balance each other out a little bit and add a little bit of special spark.
That's cool, man. I could see where you guys find that middle ground between jazz and metal. I can kind of see where you guys got it there, and I kind of like it, honestly. I keep saying that I like your music. I do. I do. I've become a little bit of a fan, honestly.
Trust it.
Trust me. All right. All right. So yeah.
Coming up after the break, we'll be graced by a live performance by both Mark and Liam here to perform their music to everyone in our audience.
All right. So
We're going to take a short break, and and here's Remnants by Maitreya. Maitreya, live from the Media Hub on riotradio.ca.
Don't forget, you can follow us at the Media Hub on social media at DCSA Media Hub. You can also follow us at MBM Vault on Twitter and Instagram, and at the MBM Vault on TikTok. Welcome back to the MBM Vault. We're your hosts, Jacob Postorero
and Sophie Young, and we're back with Liam and Mark for the live performances of their music. Would you like to go ahead?
What songs are you guys playing?
We're playing The Traveler off of our new album, Oxesis.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah. Go Ham Brothers.
And throw it away. Let the memories of the mass war before they slowly decay. We see the same cosmic sun. I see the cracks in your mask. I see the lights turning gray. Sick and distant. You don't love me today.
Good.
It's back to us. All right. Well,
Wow.
that was great. Yeah. Ooh, those guitar skills and bass skills.
Dude.
You never do that.
Holy crap. Okay. Whew.
Well, coming up after the music break, we'll be talking more about Maitreya's upcoming work and shows soon.
All right. So here's Still Motion by Maitreya.
Don't forget that you can follow the Media Hub on social media at DCSA Media Hub. You can also follow us at MBM Vault on Twitter and Instagram, and at the
The
MBM Vault on TikTok.
live from the Media Hub on riotradio.ca.